Yes, people, it's your boy Leon Charles, and I'm back again with another episode of Mind, Muscle, Hustle. And on today's episode, we're going to be catching up with Mun Dhariwal, PT and private gym owner. Let's go. Yes, people, it's your boy Leon Charles, back again with another episode of Mind, Muscle, Hustle podcast. And on today's episode, we've got Mun Dhariwal.
That's it. Brilliant.
How you doing, brother?
Very good. Nice
Good,
to
man.
see you again.
Yes.
A long time.
Long time.
We go back a long time, yeah.
How long, man? We go back what?
God, 15.
Gee, that's more, isn't it?
More, yeah, actually, because it was, we trained in that Spit and Sawdust gym, Rhinos.
Yeah.
So that was 20 years ago.
Wow, that's where it all started, wasn't it?
20 years ago. Yeah.
Guys, I used to look up to this guy back in the day when I first started gym. I think I was, 18 years old? And I see him in there, I was like, I want to look like him. And it weren't just me that said it, like everyone was saying, he had these pictures on the wall. The guy was shredded. He's still shredded now.
Thank you.
For anyone who doesn't know you, who is Mun in your own words?
So it's a good thing. There's the public Mun, which is all about personal training, being really optimistic about PTing and everything. And there's a family Mun as well. So I recently got engaged, and I used to try to keep my private life private, but I've embraced it. So in a few words, I'll say Mun is a positive, happy guy who loves training, but very family orientated guy.
I'm exactly the same. Family orientated is a massive part of me.
Yes.
You know, I'd say that is probably the biggest part of me. And then everything else comes underneath that and around that.
Perfect.
So for me, it's family, training and work. Them three things together. But at the top, it's family first.
Family
and
always
then they'll
first.
fall into place as well. How did your journey in fitness start?
From the very beginning, I've always trained from the age of about 12, 13, karate, boxing and everything. And as I grew up, I was scouted in the modeling industry, and I started off as a model, and I was getting a lot of fitness shoots and a lot of promos for magazines and everything. And I thought, you know what? I love to do this as a career, but 25 years ago, personal trainers weren't that well known, and I wanted to lay a stamp. So what I did, I established myself as a fitness model first for a long time, and I still hustled in the PT, but somehow the road just interlocked, and now the modeling, because I still do the modeling now, with the PT come hand in hand. So I like to feel good and look good all the time, well, as long as I can. And I think it started from 25 years ago, I would say, at least.
And what sort of modelling was it that you used to do?
So I've done a lot of runways. I've done some magazine promos. It used to be underwear modelling. It used to be just fashion. But it was all about physique. And I used to end up modelling more clothes, like less clothes, like shorts and underwear modelling, rather than the full campaigns where I was covered head to toe with clothes. But I like both. To be fair, I like the fashion side, but I also like to show off hard work and trying to inspire the younger generation into training and looking and feeling good about themselves.
And would you say that the reason that you did more top-off modelling was because of your physique?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And I was very confident. I still am very confident, but very confident about how I look, because I know how hard it is to earn a good body. Yeah, you can have all the money in the world, but to earn a physique, you have to have dedication, discipline, focus. You have to eat well. You have to sleep well, train well. It's so many things. And I think it's just an end product where you're proud of. So I used to prefer doing like body work, like sports stuff. The fashion, it just fell into it as it come along.
Oh, so, wicked, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wicked. And is there any big brands out there that you've worked for?
So I've done Ed Hardy.
Okay.
That was pretty cool. I've done all the runways.
Man, Ed Hardy was big back in the day, wasn't it?
Back in the day, yeah, it was really big. And I've done like a lot of fashion collections. Jean-Paul Gaultier, I've done his campaign, walking just up and down the runways. It was like private parties.
Okay. When you say runway, is that catwalk, yeah?
Catwalk,
Right,
yeah,
okay, cool.
yeah. And then I'd done a lot of Asiana shoots, like Asian women, Asian exhibition. Then I flew to India, which was, everybody knows it as Bollywood, Mumbai. And I modelled there. I'd done Lakme Fashion Week, India Fashion Week, Punjab, like all the shows. And it was really good experience. And then in between that, I've done a lot of TV shows, some on channel, I think BBC Three, about modelling shows. I've been to Africa and done shows there. It's been really good journey.
Wow, you travelled with it as well, man. That's amazing.
It's really nice. It's been really, really good.
Yeah, man. Fucking hell, man. I didn't even know that about you, man.
Yeah.
Wow. And do you still travel now when it comes to the modelling?
Now, not so much, because now I've started this brand. Well, I started this about 20 years ago, but now it's really established. I work 7 days a week, and I work around my clients. So for me to go on holiday, it doesn't seem like convenient for the clients. For example, if I had a modelling shoot in Spain or wherever, and I have to fly away for 3 days, that's 3 days somebody won't train. And what happens, it becomes routine, and then they're going to think, oh, the trainer's not taking me serious. So now the modelling I've put a second, and my primary focus is building up a good clientele where I can train them. And here at Mun Dhariwal Fitness Studio, what we do is we do everything, as in reformer Pilates, yoga, boxing, bodybuilding, HIIT training, fitness training. And to do that, you have to be here 24/7. So this studio is actually at the back of my house, as you know. So travel is never a problem. I start work early as 5 a.m, and my last session is at 10 at night. But it doesn't mean I'm going consecutively all the way through. I work like 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, 1 hour here, 2 hours here, because when you're personal training, it takes up a lot of energy. You can be mentally exhausted at the end of and you're doing 8 clients a day, for example. You physically got nothing left. And then on top of that, you have to do your own training. Yeah. And you're probably 10 hours a day in the gym. And you're doing that 7 days a week, which I don't take a day off. I work 7 days a week. You're mentally exhausted. And then I felt that it will take an impact on the family. So now I've cut Monday to Friday. I work full time. Saturdays, half days, Sunday, half days, but I'm always here 7 days a week. And there's no excuses why I'm not here. So even if I'm ill, I turned up. I had laser last Sunday on my eyes because I couldn't see properly, a lens replacement, sorry. And I had the operation on Sunday, and I was back to work on Monday, and the doctor said, you need a week off. And I've been wearing these big boggle sunglasses to protect my eyes, but I live, dream, sleep, training.
Bro, that's what you call customer care, man.
Yeah,
looking after your clients, man.
Absolutely.
That's big.
Yeah,
that's big.
Thank you.
Love that, man. Love that. No, that's big, man. There's not a lot of people that would do that, you know.
Yeah, no.
Especially with how things are now with the whole fitness compared to how it was back then.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Was there a key moment when you realised fitness could become a career, not just a passion?
Yes. So I was in Dubai on holiday, and I was in a gym just training by myself in a hotel, and this guy come up to me. His name was Mohammed something, I don't know. And he said to me, how much do you charge for you to train me 1-to-1? We're talking, this was about 22 years ago. And I thought, oh, I don't know. I've never trained anyone 1-to-1 22 years ago. I trained with mates. I've trained other people to help them, but not solely practice. And I said, I don't know what you're prepared to pay. And when you're in Dubai, money is nothing to them. And I got paid £17,000, not 1,700, £17,000 for 5 days to train him. And I was like, wow, I need to be doing this on a regular basis. Because before then, I was modeling and I was hustling with the modeling industry. And then I was working as an architect at the same time. But even my modeling and my architect work combined would not make that much money in 5 days. And my hobby and passion and focus was always in training. So I said, I've hit the jackpot. I'm doing something what I love, what I'll do for free. Because when I was younger, I used to train with mates for free. But I'm getting paid an extortionate amount of money to share my knowledge and leave a positive mark behind. So that was my turning point. When I was in Dubai, I trained clients, and then that client introduced me to another client. And then I thought, I can't stay abroad all the time. I want to establish myself in the UK. So I started off with a really small shed. It was tiny. It was like you could put your hand up and you'll touch the ceiling. It was like a little garden summer house made of wood. And in the summer, it'll be too hot. In the winter, it'll be cold and it will leak. But I had a vision, and everybody says, oh, this guy's punching too high. And I'm going to yab on a bit so you can tell me when to stop. But what I did was I wanted clients to come to me, give them an elite service 1-to-1, and then train another one and train another one, and have a bespoke program designed. For example, yourself, if you come to me and said, Mun, I want to get shape. I want to learn how to box. I want to do this. And I thought, no problem. And I'll design a program catered for them. And what happened when people go to gyms, like public gyms, they always went, oh, I can't lift as much, and someone's going to, and they lose their confidence. And as you know better than anyone, if you've got good confidence within your own ability, you can perform better. And you don't really want somebody, especially if you're learning, to watch over you and people looking and making comments. So that was my thing, where I wanted to go private. And I've just built, this is my third gym now, my third studio.
Wow.
And now I'm going to go to the fourth one, which is even bigger than this.
Yeah.
So here I've got my boxing area. I've got Pilates reformer area there. I've got a HIIT area there, a cardio area there. But now there's going to be like a dance studio, a massage section where my fiance will be doing the massages. It's going to be everything. And it's been a 25-year journey. So, and I love it.
And you never look back?
I've never
thought,
oh,
jump back on the tools, the architect.
Yeah, architect, no. And you know, I've got 6 years at uni doing it. I've got 2 degrees, and I'll never look back using them. I had a master's in design engineering and a BSc honours, which I got first in engineering and CAD drawings. So I was always thinking, you know, when you're from a strict Asian family, they think you want to be a doctor, you want to be an engineer. And I was following that mental attitude. Like 25, 30 years ago, nobody was personal trainers, especially from a strict Indian family. They all wanted to be doctors. And we run a family business, which was a car business. So we all assumed we was going to work with my dad in the car business. But I completely broke the mold, and I said, no, I'm going to set up my own gym. I'm going to establish myself as a name. And it was really hard because, one, I didn't really have exposure in that. So now we've got social media, you can get around. It was all word of mouth 25 years ago. Even Facebook wasn't really that big 25 years ago. Now you've got Instagram, TikTok, just everything, all the platforms. So you don't have to know anyone. You could do everything from your own house, you know, and everybody know. So that's my journey, but I really enjoyed it so far. Yeah.
What was it like when you've sat down with your family and you've told them what you want to do?
Oh,
basically go against
against the
tide, against the grain.
Yeah. So I sat down. It worked out. The timing, I always believe in the timing of the universe, couldn't be more perfect. I was made redundant because we had the recession kicked in about 20 years ago, and they gave me 3 months redundancy pay. And I took the 3 months redundancy pay, and I worked freelance as a CAD designer. But in that time, I still hustled for the personal training. And then I joined another company. 2 months later, the company closed down again. So in the space of 2 jobs, one after the other, they all closed down. And then I sat down with my parents and I sat down with my family. I was married at the time with 2 kids, but that was long gone, that ship. And I said, I want to quit completely working in an office. I'm going to do this. And at the time they go, you're mad. You've got 2 degrees. You've got all this experience behind you. You can make a big career out of engineering. I go, I don't want to be I want to be a personal trainer. I want to have my own gym. I want to have my brand. And this time when I was telling them, then I don't think anybody believed it was going to be successful, because it's a really hard industry to not only get into, is to make yourself established, you know.
And your family wants security for you.
Yeah,
right?
they want security.
They want you to be in a stable job, earning a stable wage to.
So I've got 2 kids as well.
Live.
Yeah, and they thought, who's going to pay for your kids? Who's going to? And it was such a hustle But, 25 years later, I've just been growing, and now I'm starting an online business as well. So I'm still doing one-to-one, which I absolutely love. I'm currently in discussions and going through the design process, which has been so far a year and a half, designing my own PT app. And this PT app, I don't want to have sit in an office and work and never train with clients. This PT app is designed to work when I meet my clients. So not only because when I first started personal training, it was all done book on paper. I'll write a program on the back of a fag packet almost.
Yeah.
You do this. And then it got to like Word documents. Then it got into iPads. Now everything's on mobile phones. So I wanted to train people all around the world, not just now Gravesend, not just the UK, all around the world. And I thought, how am I going to do this? So we're filming currently. When I say me, I mean here myself and a team I'm working with, me doing hundreds of exercises. This is how you do a bench press. And we're building up a library. This has so far taken a year of the work. Still not released because I'm not happy with it yet. And until I'm happy with it, that's when we release it. And the idea is to train somebody who's never trained before. I see them physically one-to-one first, I'll design a program. Then every 8 weeks, I'll go back to them and we will touch base, a bit like similar to online, but I actually see the person. And I know it's a very hard niche to break into because there's so many personal trainers out there. There's so many one-to-one trainers out there. There's so many online trainers. There's so many apps already you can get for free. But if you don't try, you'll never, ever know. And now this is like my next big project, so to speak. After developing this gym to the best I've got the nicest clients, the clients are like family now. They come to me, we all work, and as you know, personal training is a very personal experience.
Yes.
And you can't treat your clients always as professional as you would think, because they become a part of you. You're seeing them 5 times a week, 4 times a week, and you see them at breaking point when they're training. But I wanted to give another. So this service is, some people can't afford 5 sessions a week. Some people only can afford 1, but they want to still carry on training, as you know, but they don't know what to do. So this program, this app is designed that they come and see me once a week, twice a week, even 3 times a week. But the rest of the hard work is done on the homework, as you know, the prepping, the training and everything. And you can't, 3 hours a week is nothing to train. Like if you think 3 PTs, 3 hours a week, 1 hour a session, it's not near enough, long enough. So what I wanted to do was say, right, you're going to train 6 hours a week, which still isn't a lot, but it's 6 sessions. Yeah. You're going to do 3 with me. 3, you're going to go, and this is your program. I've already done it for you. Oh, I don't know what a squat thrust is or a bench press is. No problem. Click on this button and I've demonstrated me doing a bench press, me doing a squat thrust, and I've wrote exactly how many sets you do, when your break is. I've even got timers on the app. So it tells you when to start your next set, when to finish your next set. The app is called Mun Dhariwal Fitness, and, hopefully, all pray to God, next year, middle of the next year, will be released.
Wicked, man.
So I'm really, really...
On the App Store, yeah?
On the App Store, yes. It'll be on Android.
I was going to say,
Android and apps, yeah. So it will be a paid subscription, because obviously there's so much investment has gone into this. But I think it's going to bring Mun Dhariwal Fitness Studio from there right to the top, because we can train anyone around the world. Currently, my fiance Hira, she does a lot of online training on video calls. So we've got a system where we've got cameras facing us. We've got loads of cameras around here, and she'll do the workout and the other person will be on the other side. And she said, right, do this. But I want you to take it that one step further and completely take over their program. And, because sometimes people can't train at their home because they haven't got the equipment. But when they go to a gym, they don't know what to do because they can be overwhelmed with so many pieces of equipment. So when something's so structured for you, even how long you have a break for, when you do your next set, how long the session will do, how many sets you're going to do, what exercise, and even the diet plans are done for them. Yeah. So it will tailor somebody who has no information or idea about the training side into how to get in a good shape.
And there'll be multiple packages.
Yes.
From a low tier to a middle to
middle,
a
premium. The premium packages will be Evolve. Myself or Hera going to the person once a week, doing check-ins, weigh-ins. We've got composition scales, or they will come here. We do their measurements and everything. And the basic package will be, right, this is your program. This is what it's going to cost. I don't know, £10 a week, you know, and we'll still touch base. We'll still talk, but I wouldn't see you as much as I would on a Supreme Diamond package, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically where it's
That's
going.
good, man. That's good, man.
I really enjoy it. My other passion is boxing. So I train people who've never boxed in their life, ever. Like, don't even know what a jab is, yeah, to elite, semi-pros, pros, and getting to a certain level for fitness. And it's because boxing is really hard on the fitness, but it's great to get you in shape. So I use boxing as, a part of a workout for fitness, but people have started to come to me saying that, look, I've got a competition, I've got a white collar fight, can you get me ready for the thing, or can you even be my corner man for it? And the passion is always boxing as well. I love boxing, so I've been doing a lot of that as well as the bodybuilding side of training. It's great.
Wicked, man.
Thank you,
Yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah, mate, like, I didn't even know this.
Yeah.
I thought you just PT'd from home.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people. I think where you see only little bits on social media, like clippets.
Yeah.
And those clippets, you think, oh, he probably just does a little thing at his home. But like, as you know, as we in a conversation, you can see there's so many layers to everybody's story.
Yes.
And like, you probably interview hundreds of people, and everybody's got their own journey, their own story. And you know what?
Starts off like an onion, man. You just keep peeling back them layers,
right.
and you just get deeper and more in.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, every personal trainer can help somebody in a different way. Like, for example, I can help for boxers, but if you ask me to do rehabilitation work or reformer Pilates, I wouldn't have a clue. But now my fiance does that. So combined, we can involve that and help people. So, and like, I'm always learning. I always think, oh yeah, I know enough. As soon as you start saying that, you're never going to progress. So even like these apps I'm doing, I'm like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. Or Hera would show me an exercise which I'm not really familiar with, you know, because she's got 15 years of training experience. And I'm like, wow. And if I'm learning 100% and I'm doing this 7 days a week, I can help others learn as well. Because my knowledge will only keep expanding and experience. Same with the other personal trainers. So,
and like you said, you can never know enough in this game.
No, that's
You're
right.
always constantly learning. I'm always educating myself. I want to learn more.
100%.
Love learning, because me learning more, I can offer better service.
Yeah, and I think you always got to be humble. The day you start saying, nah, don't know, don't do things, I don't agree with you, I don't think, one, you'll be approachable as a personal trainer because they think he's arrogant. Two, I don't think you'll be open to improving yourself or anybody else. So like you said, learning is the key.
And you do get people out there that are like that. There's still, I know a lot of old school people that are set in their ways, and they're not looking to change.
No, and you say, this is how it's done. You know, there's no other second way. There's 100 ways to do a training session. Some people can do high reps, low weight, or high weight, low reps. It doesn't mean they're working the muscle wrong. Just they're adapting it to what suits them, you know?
Exactly. And that's so important.
And some people say, oh, you should do all the cardio in the world. Some people said, no, you should only do a 10-minute warm up, 10-minute warm down. Everybody is different. And if we all fit into this one box, there'll be no need for a trainer, because it'll be a set formula for everyone. But that's why we got personal trainers, because it's a bespoke service. So what would benefit me may not completely benefit you. We might go to the gym, look the same, and you're training heavy weights and low rep. I'm training high weights, low rep, you know, whatever. And it might not work for either of us. And it trial and error. And the personal trainer, if he's good or she's good, they would help you understand that. And that's where it all comes in. I really think the personal training business is really taken a head on itself now. Yeah. And especially the UK now, like before America, Dubai were really ahead of it. I think the UK market, and especially Gravesend, it's all coming up, and it's really good to see the younger generation being personal trainers and getting involved in fitness and making something positive in the society. And I think hopefully it will just keep progressing, you know?
I think it will, because you got likes of social media.
Yeah.
I mean, social media is a good thing, but social media is also a bad thing as well.
Yes, I 100% agree with that.
It's good because you can spread awareness, but it's also bad because people spread the wrong awareness.
Yes.
You know?
And you probably know yourself, that's photoshopped. Oh, that's AI. And I'm like, mate, it's not AI. You know, I'm 45 years old, yeah, and there are people say, you can't look like that at 45. But if you live dreams, sleep, gym, you know, you will look a certain way. But they go, it's just the camera angles, or you get haters.
You're going to get them, mate. But these are the people that have got no intention of changing. And you look at these people, you see the sort of shape these people are
and
in.
you're thinking, well, you're just a keyboard
These
warrior.
are the people that are going out every weekend, getting on it.
That's it.
Drinking.
Yes.
Eating absolute shit.
Yes.
These are the people, mate.
And
because they don't get it.
No.
Because your world's completely different to theirs.
100%.
Vice versa.
You know, and I'm not saying they're bad people, but I'm saying they're different people.
Yeah, different.
Know? And it makes them feel better to put somebody else down.
Of course it does.
And I just think to myself, you know, I get a lot of inboxes, DMs. I'm sure you do as well. Some nasty messages. Some people phone you up, say, "Oh, you're shit. You don't know what you're doing." Yeah, and I'm like, mate, let me do.
Boring, isn't it?
Yeah, it's boring.
So boring.
I'm like, don't you have better? You just stalk my every
negative energy.
Oh,
fucking, I hate it, man.
And I just think to myself,
I don't react to it.
No, I just do simple, close, block, delete.
If someone's negative, I'll take the positive out of it.
Yeah, it's because you must be doing something right.
Exactly.
For them to hate on you, somebody you don't actually ever know, never met, never spoken to go out their way to say something horrible out of their day, when the day's so busy anyway, so much to do, so much things to occupy yourself, to write something negative, to make themselves feel better, just shows you what kind of person they are. And I'm not all about that. I know it sounds like a hippie, but I'm about spreading love and positive energy.
100%, mate. And that's how it should be, man.
Yeah.
Happy world, happy life.
Yes, I agree.
Come on.
Yes.
That's how it should be. But you listen, you get a lot of negative. With compliments, when people compliment you, you got to just also remember that criticism comes with that as well.
100%.
It comes with that as well. So,
like, even with you've been on stage. I've always respected and admired what you do. But when you're on stage, you're foremost of anyone's attention, and they say, well, his left bicep is slightly bigger than his right, but you know, and it's quite hard. So you have to be mentally very strong and self-aware that everyone's opinion can take that little bit away from your confidence. And like,
it's got to block noise out, man.
Yeah, you got to knock the block.
I've had it. I've had people say to me, I had a cheat meal. I was having a cheat meal. I was on prep for a competition. I had a cheat meal. And some guys must be, why are you having a cheat meal on prep? And at the time, my friend was coaching me. My friend Jit was coaching me.
Oh, I know Jit, really nice guy. Yeah.
He was coaching me. He's like a brother.
Yeah,
I like good guy, man. Good guy.
Good guy.
Heart gold.
He's doing competitions now. As
well. He's really back on the comps.
Yeah, he's really good shape. Shoulders are like.
He's solid.
He's young.
Yeah, man.
And it's good to see somebody like that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's doing very well, man. Family guy as well.
Yeah.
That's why we're so close as well, man, because we can just relate in so many ways, like family and morals and
100%.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, this guy was like, how do you justify having a cheat meal? And I said, speak to my coach.
Yeah.
So he said, who's your coach? And I told him. And he was like, oh, no, well, I won't say it like that. They know each other from back in the day when Jit was doing the competitions.
Right, okay.
So when he said what he said, and I've said his name, he was like, okay, I know who that guy is.
He knows his stuff.
He knows his stuff. He's walked the walk.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to walk the walk.
And yeah, man, I was like, mate, speak to him. And he's like, no, he started backtracking and whatever. And I was like, whatever. Yeah. And furthermore, this guy's never been on stage in his life.
Yeah.
But it's always them ones that have never done it. But they're so quick to throw their 2 pence in.
Mate.
You get it, mate. You get it.
I get it on DMs on Facebook, for example. It says, apparently you've got fake abs or you got fake this. And I'm like, mate, no. Look at my picture from 20 years ago when I was modelling in competitions. I had abs then. I'm 45 now. So 25 years on, If I have had abs at one point, I'm still going to maintain that shape as long as my lifestyle is, leading to that. But it makes them feel better just to put somebody else down. And I think that's a really bad...
sad, bro, when you think about it.
It's a really bad energy.
How you get off on being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I know,
it's horrible.
And the thing is with me, I compliment people where if I think that person deserves a compliment.
Yes.
A lot of people don't do that. They'll keep quiet. They won't say nothing.
Yeah. And
even though they might think it, they won't say nothing.
Yeah.
But I'll come up to, I've been up to people and said, mate, keep doing what you're doing. You're looking really well. Or,
and
well done.
That can really change somebody's mindset.
Oh, thanks, man. Fucking hell. Thanks. I didn't really think I was looking all that, mate. You're looking good. Keep doing what you're doing.
Because when you're training and you have a negative input, it can really dampen your training.
It can. You start self-doubting yourself,
man.
You
start doubting yourself. Like if you tell a boxer, for example, I'm talking about boxing because I train a lot of boxers, you're amazing, you're the best, you're a champ, you help them believe and understand. But if you're saying, well, you're crap, you look dropping your guard or you put your chin up, they'll be constantly focusing on the negative rather than the positive. And then the negative will outshine the positive.
Yep.
And with all sports, not just fitness training, all sports, it's all about the mindset. And if you coach somebody with the right mindset, the mind can do anything. It's the body. Once you conquer that mind, your body will do anything you master it to tell it to do. And I truly believe in helping people with the right mindset rather than saying, well, you're not really that good because you drop your guard too low or something like that. So I always trying to find the positive in somebody rather than bring out their negative. Obviously, if he's doing a constant mistake, I say, look, you need to do this, but you're doing great here. Yeah. Or we need to develop this, or we need to work on this for only a few sessions, just because I don't want you to exaggerate a mistake. There's ways to say things. I think everybody's in their own journey, and you start putting doubt in that person when they're probably, because life now, especially with social media, is so hard that people just can sit in their bedroom and swear at somebody or on their mobile phone, and it's toxic, and it really hurts sometimes, like emotionally, unless you get to you become resilient to it. But that's still, everybody's in their own journey, and it could be the last thing on the straw on the camel's back, which can break somebody.
That could send them over that edge, and
that's right,
end up doing something
stupid.
Touch where they don't, but something to themselves,
And you know what? I think words can be quite spiteful, but quite positive as well. It depends how you use them.
Do you remember that saying, sticks and stones won't break my bones, but words can never...
I remember that.
Remember that in school days, man. I used to always say that to myself. If someone was to say something horrible, and I'd just think, it's what it is. Like, fucking gives a fuck.
But now, we've grown up, but we've gone through such a big journey with both of us have in different, well, it's similar actually, training and everything. We've understood ourselves, where if you said to us a 20-year version back, oh, you'll never be a personal trainer, you will never get on stage. Oh, why do you want to get on stage for? And you're going to start listening to a lot of negative things. But the really funny thing is, when you get there, they'll be saying, I told him to do that, I showed him that. Oh, it's because of me he's there. Oh, I got him there, and I could say something really nasty, but I will, so you can take it out. So I used to train in a gym called Rhinos in Gravesend, and there was this woman who knew nothing about training, Joanna Cutts. I will say her name. It's probably going to get me in a lot of trouble, but I don't care. I got money on the modelling stage. I got him there. It was me. And I was like, no, you didn't. Like, you didn't even give me any knowledge about training. Your ex-husband, Terry, used to teach me. Then your boyfriend used to give me some advice. I went away and joined my own path. I moved to London, and that's when I started to model. But yet she took the credit. But when I was telling her, she goes, oh, Pansy's model. Why do you want to model? When I was saying about this is what I'm going to do. And it just shows you how people will use your strengths to their promotion. And she goes, he comes to my gym and he's listened to what I've told him and taught him, and I've challenged her on social media. I asked her and she denies it, but it's just an example of what people are like out there.
And there's more people out there that are like that than there is,
I agree,
that are humble.
And there's not when somebody becomes established, they lose that humbleness. And I hope to God I never ever have that. I always want to be a people's person. I don't like...
You just always got to remember where you come from.
Yes.
And how it was when you started.
And the journey you've
Definitely.
gone through. and the struggles, because we all struggled to get where we are. Yeah. And like, I'm very lucky to be blessed with the opportunities I am. Like, a lot of people, like, as you know, and this is not a show off thing. I've had like nice things, you know, Lamborghinis, Ferraris and everything. People go, oh, he's doing drugs to get that. And I'm thinking, no, mate, I'm hustling on a 7-day week program. And I just wanted to treat myself to a nice thing. Yeah. And you know, when you feel like you deserve something, you get it. But there's always somebody to pull you down for a positive you yourself have earned for. And if I was to give a message to anyone, you do your journey, you stay focused, you stay positive, and trying to block out as much noise, because it makes people feel better when they they put doubts in you, because whatever's going in their life, they think, oh, we don't mind doing good, but we don't want anyone else to do better. But I think everybody deserves that opportunity if they're willing to work for it to get it, you know?
There's enough room for everyone. Let's all shine together, man.
That's what I mean.
Let's all grow together.
Yeah. And I just think to myself, there's so much to offer, and there's so many people out there. There's so many personal trainers who can offer something different, you know. But like, I just don't understand why there could be so much negativeness in the socials.
Where there's positive, there's negative.
Yeah, 100%.
You just always got to remember that.
Yeah,
and that's how it will always be. You just learn to deal with it in different ways as you get older.
Absolutely,
and you become more experienced in what you do.
Yeah,
you learn to block the noise out and concentrate on you and providing a good service to your clients. And man,
that's brilliant. Yeah, you're coaching a lot of clients now as well, aren't you? Which is really,
I love it, man.
Yeah, I love it, mate. I like watching you post, and you do a lot of online chats, and you mentor people. I really like that. I think that's really inspiring. I watch it myself.
Yeah.
I watch your podcast, and I think, wow, that's really interesting fact to know. So I think it's a good thing what you're doing. So keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks, brother. I just love being on camera and just love spreading awareness.
And I think it's really good.
I love it. I mean, people say to me like, how does it feel to get people in like wicked shape? I'm like, yeah, it feels good, but let me tell you what feels better than just getting someone in wicked shapes, changing someone's life completely, emotionally and mentally.
Yeah, because
that is a transformation in my eyes, mate. Yes, we can get six packs and big arms and big backs and legs or whatever, but changing someone mentally and emotionally and completely switching their mindset upside down in a positive way,
100%.
that is touching, like, bringing someone from literally borderline suicidal to absolutely flying in life now, talking about relationships,
100%.
Feel comfortable to go back on the dating scene, feel comfortable looking at themselves with their top 100%. Off in the mirror. That is a transformation. That is big. That's what hits hard. That's what hit home. When people say to me, like, mate, it kind of brings a tear to my eye when people say, like, without you, I don't know how I'd have done this. You've proper you've
transformed me.
You brought out the better
and
me.
It makes you feel good.
And I feel proud. I think, man, I love that. Absolutely. It feels so good to hear that come out of someone's mouth that, was really struggling and was thinking of maybe calling it a day, you know?
Yeah, I've had some clients in the past, obviously for confidentiality reasons, I can't tell you the names, but we were going to go to Turkey for a gastric band, and they've tried all these diets, these fads, this, and it has never worked, and they mentally break down and they just can't do it, and they think, and there's nothing wrong with going to Turkey for, I think, if that's the only option you got, but it's only because they don't know the knowledge. And I personally have trained 20, 30, 40 people who I honestly can say I've transformed their life. They've come to me in a private studio because they're too embarrassed to go to a public gym. And they've literally said, look, I'm on the verge of quitting and just going for an operation to lose it. And you know what? And I said, no, let's do it the healthy way. Let's do it in stage. And some of my clients, one client in particular has become a very close and good friend of mine, has lost, and if I tell you this, you wouldn't believe it, 75 kilos. That's another human.
Wow.
75 kilos of body weight, of body fat, should I say. Training with me 4 times a week over 2 years, 2 and a bit years.
That's insane, man.
She doesn't even look like the same. And you know what? If you ever have a chance, look at my website, personaltrainermun.co.uk, or Google my name, and you see the testimonials. And I've done some journeys of people's transformations from when they first come in. And I've done little logs, and it's taken me about a year to build the logs up and archive the library. And like, look at the homepage, and it'll give you some highlights of testimonials. and how people look when they first come to when they finish. And we've done some like interviews almost to talk about their journey. And it's really nice to see that you can make a positive change to somebody's life. And like you said, and that itself is worth $1 million.
100%.
Yeah.
100% hits home, right? That's big, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
75 kilos. That's a lot of weight. Like you said, another human.
That's another human.
Jeez.
That's an average size human.
Yeah.
It's not even a small human.
No.
Like you think 40, 50 is possible, but 75 kilos of body weight is their joints are better, their heart's better, their cardiovascular, the skin looks nice now, because when you're carrying like triple your body weight, double your body weight, your organs are under strain. The joints, you're even walking, if you grab two 35 kg dumbbells, 40 kg dumbbells on each hand and walk for 5 minutes, you're going to be exhausted.
Of course.
Imagine doing that on a day-to-day basis, sleeping, eating, walking up the stairs, walking down. Then you think, you know what? This is why I'm a personal trainer, because 1, I like training. 2, I like making the change in somebody's life. And, to see the positive impact you've made and transformed somebody's life who was on the verge of quitting and not believing in themselves to where they are now is so nice to see. And I get inspired personally by my own clients because, when I say, come on, give me a couple more reps. Come on, we can do it. We can do it. But they do it. Don't complain. They complain sometimes.
They hate you at the time. They're thinking, you fucking wanker, you bastard.
Yeah.
But really, after they're like,
they
please, I've done that.
They come in. And
they love you again.
They love you again. They come in and they're tired. You can see they've had a long day at work. Or I've put them on a diet or something's not been right. And they come in not negative, bit down. And they leave and they're buzzing and they're really revving and you can see the positive energy. The glow in their eyes is back. And you think, this is why I do what I do.
How did you build your first few clients and what did that process teach you about people?
So the first few clients I built was training in a small gym, and people used to walk up to me and say, "Oh, how do you get abs like that? Oh, can you show me how to do this exercise?" So it started off like small little ripples in the pool. So I said, "Oh yeah, I call it the Mun Crunch." I used to have my own names for these exercises. A Mun Crunch. Well, show me what Mun Crunch is. And I used to say, "Look, this works for me. I don't know if it's going to work for you, but let's do it." And I trained, there was a friend of mine who opened her own gym called Emmy from Bulks. And I said, let's do the Mun Crunch together. And then we used to laugh and we used to call it the Mun Crunch because we used to have like the dumbbell crunches, but we put our feet on a bench. So you incline. So you're doing the lower and upper abs. And I used to make them name. This is called the Mun Twist to get the Mun obliques. And it used to be quite fun. And, I started off with just small clients in a local gym. Then the modeling opened up a few doors saying, would you consider training me? And then when obviously I went to Dubai, that was a really big opportunity. And then bang, I opened a social media and before you know it, got well over 100 clients now, which is brilliant for a personal trainer.
Yeah.
That's for me personally, from somebody who had one client, now 100 well-established clients. Not just myself and my fiance, but combined, we've got 100 clients. And it's really good feeling to know that you're making not one person's life different, 100, and like I said earlier, we cover everything in this studio from boxing, bodybuilding, yoga. So yoga, I used to think this is how I'm humbled by knowledge. I used to think, yoga, that's for pansies. I don't think I could stand like a tree. Since I've been doing, I go to Heroes yoga classes on a weekly basis. I always used to be stressed and I couldn't stretch properly because I'm not flexible at all. And she's over the period of about a year and a half. We've been together for about 2 and a bit years now. Over a period of about a year and a half, she's helped me calm myself down with stresses and doing the yoga, which now I implement in different people's workouts, as in stretching before and after. And as you know, when you do a lot of weights, you become stiff, but that don't work well when you're boxing because you need to be agile and moving and everything. So, I know I'm coming off the subject a bit, but I just think, yeah, that's the journey, man.
That's big, man. How do you personally stay disciplined when motivation dips?
That's a good, really good question to stay. So like everybody, I do lose that motivation sometimes, but, I always remember the job I do, I have to inspire others. There was a period where I was gone for a really dark patch, and I will just briefly go over it. I was married, and me and my ex-wife split up, and I didn't see my children. I still haven't seen them. It's now 11 years have gone. I've never seen them. They've never reached out to me. And I lost motivation, discipline, and I went from this shape, which I think is, I'm quite good shape now.
Wicked shape, man.
Yeah. And I was 110 kilos of lard because I stopped training completely. And I was like still personal training, which is bizarre how I was that busy. But a few of my clients said, "Mun, you used to be in amazing shape. You let yourself slip." And I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. And I just couldn't motivate myself and so everybody goes through that. Then I thought, no, Mun, you're doing a job to inspire other people. You're not inspirational yourself. So literally over the last 5-6 years, I've got back into the modeling industry, and I need to do some sort of competition to keep me disciplined. So for me, my competition now is to model. Not for the money. It's never to do with the money. It's to do with the reason to look a certain way. Oh, I've got my next photo shoot in 6 months' time, or 3 months' time, or 2 months' time. I want to have ripped abs, and I just want to look like this because I want to inspire my clients that they can do it. If I can do it at 45, they can do it at 25, you know? So the motivation has slipped in the past, but now I feel, and I know it sounds cheesy, I generally feel like I'm blessed with happiness now. I've met the most perfect soulmate. We work together, we live together, and we bounce off each other's energy. She's like a big model in the industry anyway. She works really well. And where you're dating a model, you don't want to be letting yourself go. So she inspires me now to train to a certain level, which is fantastic. And that's where the motivation now comes from. And obviously inspiring my clients, because you can't tell a client how to get a six pack if you've got a lardy stomach yourself. They won't take you serious, even though you may know it in theory, but they say, well, you're not walking the walk. You're just talking the talk. So now that with that mindset, it has to keep me positive and it has to keep me motivated and disciplined, because you're not doing it for yourself anymore. There's so many other factors involved. Your career, your feeling within yourself. Because, you know, when you look good and feel good, you normally perform better.
Definitely.
You know,
definitely.
And I remember that rough patch I went through for about 5 years. It was a horrible time in my life. That it was court cases, social services, and all these lies were made, and it was really hard. And we're talking 15 years ago. Fathers have got more rights than what they did 15 years ago. And I joined this thing called Fathers for Justice, and I think I spent about, probably at the time, 95,000 in court. And it's a lot of money. For me, £95,000 is a lot of money. And I lost a court case. And they just said, like, we're safeguarding the children. And I couldn't understand what they safeguarding them for. It was really hard. But a lot of lies were made, which are now proven that there were lies. But at the time, it was hard because it was one word against another word. And it was just a really rough time. But if you fast forward 11 years of teaching a child that your father's no good, after over 11 years, and he hasn't had his side of his story to say, the child is going to believe that. And I unfortunately lost all contact with my kids. I don't even know what they look like anymore. It's a sad thing. And that sometimes dampens my mood. But then I now feel like it didn't rain. It hasn't been raining forever, and it won't rain forever. My time will come where I shine. It can't rain forever. It's impossible. The way the probability of life doesn't allow that. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, yeah, but that's basically where it keeps going to.
And I think There will be a day where you get to tell your side.
Yeah, I really hope so.
Don't know when that day will come, but that day will come.
Yeah.
I always believe in it.
I hope it will come sooner than later. I don't want to be,
Of course, yeah.
I don't want to be 60 and saying, oh yeah, when I was in my 20s, me and your mum split up for whatever reason and I wasn't a bad dad. But because 60, the relationship's gone. The boat's sailed because you're just worried about what the children are going to come for. Is it really because they missed you as a father or other reasons? You don't know because, you know, they've had that relationship. But I always feel like I've always left the doors open for both my children to come back to me one day and ask the question. Whether they will ask the question, I don't know because I have no relationship with them. I haven't even spoken to them on the phone for 11 years. And that sometimes can dampen your mood, but you got to look at the positives around. And, you know, I think everybody's got a story. By the time they're 45, everybody's had a story to talk about, which is
That's hard.
That's hard.
Yeah.
And my hardest, because I'm so family orientated, was to lose both my children. I think marriage, I was married too young. I was married at 20. I was so young. It was an arranged marriage. It didn't work out well. We were two different people. I was born in the UK, lived in the UK. She was from India. I got married in India. You know, I've done the right thing from the family, get married, have an arranged marriage, have children, everything. But we were like that at the end. And like, I've never seen my ex-wife for now 12, 13 years. I don't know what she does. I have no interest in her. I've moved on. But what saddens me is the past is not a closed chapter. And then you have those days which you dampen in mood, but I stay focused in the positives I have because we all got something which makes us sad when we think about it. And that's where I am from today.
That day will come, man.
Yeah, I really hope so. I pray it does.
Do you think people overcomplicate mindset or underestimate how powerful it really is?
Yeah, the thing you say that, I think people do say, oh yeah, hey, you can't do that. And the people who can't do that normally never succeed in anything because a thought of their own is just because of the society you hang around with, you know. So I personally feel that with the right mindset, with the right mentoring for the right mindset, because you can have the mentoring for the wrong mindset. You're only the top 5 people you hang out with, as you know, yeah.
You say your environment's very important?
Environment's the most important. If you're hanging around with positive, business-minded, inspirational, that will you'll feed off that.
Energy, right?
The energy will be there and it's contagious. But if you're hanging around with druggies, drunks, violence, negative, people don't want to work, people don't want to train, that will also have an impact on you. So the mind is probably the most powerful thing and it can be influenced. I agree, yeah.
No, man, yeah, you're right, man. And I know because I've been on both sides.
Yes, we both
That's
have.
how I know.
Yeah.
I've been on the side where people are negative, people want to do this, they want to do that. I'm not going into details, but
Yeah.
and I've been wrapped up in that sort of.
Yes.
But then I've been wrapped up around the people that want the best in life.
Bro, like your journey yourself, you've been through the storms and I know you for 20 plus years and I know the storms you've been through, which I'm not going to talk about, but it's made you to the person you are. Like now I see you, I look at you on socials and I think, wow, he's really changed his life. You've always been a good guy, great guy, positive energy and everything. But I think you was hanging around with the wrong people at the time and that can influence your mindset. And I always say, I'm going back to training because this is what the cast is, but if you're going to have a personal trainer, you want a personal trainer who's got his shit together rather than going to somebody who's, you know, a little bit, oh, you can't do that. Oh, don't do that. You want to be going to somebody who thinks everything is possible.
Yes.
Everything. And you got to have that
And
mind.
it is
possible.
Put your mind
If
to
you
it.
put your mind to it, anything's possible because we're all born with the same opportunities, 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 legs, 2 everything, you know, but it's what you put in use of them and how your mind controls them. So, the mind is the most important thing, I think, and the influence around it. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. How do you handle setbacks, whether it's business, not growing fast enough or self-doubt creeping in?
I've had a lot of setbacks and a lot of time to reflect on them. Some of the setbacks have really set me back and really made me doubt myself. I'm like every person. I hurt as much as everybody else. I have feelings just like everybody else. But the one person I always go to, was two people I always go to, and they sort of rechannel me and repath me. My mum is my God. I love my mum. I am so close to my mum, and she's helped me when I've lost everything. I mean, I've lost everything in the past. The business has closed down. I've lost my children. I wouldn't go into it, but I've lost everything, and I've had the worst setbacks ever. And I've been to the point of almost suicide, that I'm thinking, I don't think I can last another day. Life is so hard. And I'll be honest, and I'll openly say this, I was on antidepressants for 10 years I was so depressed. And I used to take tablets for anxiety, which is called aripiprazole. And that's for severe anxiety. I used to get nervous being around people because there's so much had happened. And I was taking tablets to wake up for energy because the medication was making me sedated. And I was really doubting myself. And then I had the right people around me who helped me get out. But the wrong people put me there, and the right people took me out there. So I've got my fiance and my mum. Probably my mum most, because I've known her the longest. Fiance has been like last couple of years, and the life has been getting good. But it is, like I was saying earlier, you are around the people you hang around with. And now fast forward 10 years, I'm off all the antidepressants. I was going to counseling twice a week. I'm off counseling because for me personally, when I lost my children, I don't talk about that. I was suicidal. My children was my life, and I used to cry for them. I used to watch videos on them. I couldn't understand why it's happened. I always was a good father, and I always used to do anything for them. And that mindset, that it was just, I was constantly battling with my own mind and depressed all the time and blaming myself. Then I've come to realize, actually, it wasn't me. It was a situation. It was probably anger from both sides of it. But the children need both parents.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And sometimes I'm not going to speak too ill of my ex-partner, but she's very selfish, and she just wanted the children to herself and wanted her side and her protection. But yeah, she still takes maintenance every month. Every month still. I still haven't seen her for 10 years. I still pay my maintenance every month without thinking. It goes out of my account through CSA. And I said, don't go through CSA. I'll pay you directly. Otherwise, I have to pay them commission, like a percentage of the money. And then it gets filtered and they pay you. Let me pay you directly. No, I'm going to get every penny off you possible. Fine. So we went through the CSA route, and I said, I'll pay you more than what CSA do because it will go directly to the kids. But I think she was so fixated with anger and hatred for me that she inflicted on the children, ruined their childhood, I think, personally. And it caused a lot of depression. And like sometimes I think of it now, and I was thinking, how was I strong enough to go through what I did? And I'm going to tell you something, and I know this is on cast. I was even planning my own suicide, writing letters to say my goodbyes to everybody, because life was so difficult at that one point of my time. Yeah, it was so difficult. I used to struggle to face reality, like face life as it was, because at that time, my only thing I knew was my children. That's the only thing I knew was my family and my children, my mum, my dad, my two kids, and my missus was I loved her at the time. You know, obviously it was fizzled now. But what I've done now, I've focused all that negative energy into building a brand. And now I look at this, I'm thinking, mate, I started with nothing. If anything, people took money from me. My ex-wife, when we had a divorce, she took 90% of everything I had. And the money I did have went through court cases. So I was left with nothing. And I only had my mum at that time. I still live with my parents at their house. And that's like the Asian thing. I don't know if you know. You obviously, you know, loads of Asians. We all live together in a big family. We're all very family orientated kind of culture. Mm. But it was my mum, my dad who used to say, come on, you can do this. And I used to say, no, I can't do this. I'm quitting. And PT was like almost breaking down in PT. It was that difficult at that time. But how I saw that through, I would not know. And I mean, it's only been 3, maybe 4 years I've come off antidepressants. Maybe 4 years I've started to model and look my best. But people look at my pictures say, oh, he's a poser. You only know where you are to in life because what you've been through in the past. And like, I've had the worst times. I'm not everybody at a certain age has sometimes, but I've had some very challenging life experiences, which have made me doubt myself. And the only person who's helped me is the ones closest to me, pulled me out that shithole, basically. But now I'm touch wood. I'm in a really good place. My business is really blessed with like good clientele, good positive energy. I'm getting married soon to a really nice girl. My mum and dad are really healthy. What more can I want? Yes, I can look out. I don't have my children with me, but you know, the day will come. They might knock on the door. They might even come tomorrow. But the only sad thing is sometimes I think I'm the easiest person to find. You just type my name down on Google. It will give you everything about my modeling, my name, my Instagrams, my socials, my website, my mobile number, everything. You just type my name down. And my kids are my daughter's out 18 and my son's now 16. So if they wanted to find me, they'll just type in Google, bang.
It's there.
It's there.
Yeah.
But they've chosen not to do that. So that's the only thing what sometimes, and I have a lot of pet talks with my mum and said, like, I wonder if they think of me. I wonder if, oh, Mum, do you remember that time when we used to do this? But now I've stopped doing that. And this was the hardest thing. I used to have pictures of around my children all around the house, almost like a shrine that they were dead. Sounds really silly. Yeah. My daughter's room, I never decorated. I had the whole house redone, but my daughter's and son's room, I left it with the teddy bears and everything as they left it. And after about, 6-7 years, all we do is just clean the dust off those rooms. Yeah. Keep the same bed sheets just because nobody ever used it. We're fortunate to live in a nice big house, but there was no need to use that bedroom. So I left it and I used to think they're going to come back. They're coming back now. After 11 years, I don't think if they're going to come back, they're not going to go sleep in their little baby room, you know? So we redecorated everything, rechanged everything. And you know what? This sounds really cliche and cheesy, but once you stop looking back, you only keep looking forward. And I've got to the point, I still occasionally look back, doubt myself, then I'll get homed in again by the people around me. But I'm trying to look forward all the time, and I'm going to forget my past. The people who wronged me, I think karma is an amazing thing. If I generally wasn't in the wrong and they've done me wrong, I think they will have their own way to serve one way or another. But life has gone on. I'm like now 45 and I'm not thinking in my mind, oh, he done this to me 7 years ago and I done this to him 4 years ago. Maybe I wasn't a nice person. I don't know. Maybe I hurt somebody in the past and it might be my karma, which I deserved. It is the people you hang around with really can take a big influence on you. So I always think if I have to make a positive thing, make sure the selection of 5 you're with, you know, I say 5, could be 10 people, but the closest you are have got their shit together because it will bring you down like that if it's not.
And you like you said, the 5 people, I'd say I wouldn't fall into 10 people. I've probably got just under 5.
Yeah, that's what I've got. That's why I always say 5.
Yeah.
I've just got 5 people are very close to me.
If shit hit the fan, know they're there regardless of whatever they're doing, wherever they are.
I've got a lot of associates. And
we've all got associates. But if your number's not in my phone, you're not my friend, you're an associate.
Exactly. Yeah. 100%. That's how I respect that.
That's how I look at it,
and
man.
Like, I truly believe a friend isn't what you can do for what they can do for you. It's what you can do for them as well.
Yeah.
And if you've got that mindset, you help each other. Like, I've got some very good friends around me now, like a very good circle of friends. They're all established businessmen in their own, and they're successful in their own game. Yeah. We've never mixed business. We've never mixed business and friendship. I hang out with them because I like them. That's it. They don't influence or pay my bills, but we just get on. But I know if it hit the fan,
they're there.
Yeah. And, you know, like my mum, for example, she lives with me. I said to Mum, I'll work more hours. I don't want you to work. I want you to live your life. Go for a massage, go to yoga. My mum goes to training every day. She doesn't actually use this gym to train because it's so busy with clients. So she goes to the Gravesend Temple gym. There's like a park where she meets all her friends, you know, like her age group, and they go walking together. And my fiance, she teaches my mum. She does yoga classes. So my mum joins her yoga classes. And I always believe that the people you hang out with the most have the most influence in your life.
Definitely, 100%. 100%. And that has a lot of impact on your life as well.
It does, because it affects the decisions you make.
Yeah.
Because they can have such a strong impact on the way you think. And like now, I train some people who are competing for boxing matches. You know, the first thing I think, I'm going to sort myself out better so I can be a better boxer, not for them, but for myself, but because they inspire me. But although I'm their trainer, my clients inspire me where they've come. And like the ones that I've got clients who have been with me for 15 years, those 15-year clients have seen my life transform from bad to worse to good to very good to, you know, to where I am now, you know, and I'm lucky to have that law. And they're not clients now. I call them family, because when you're training somebody 4 or 5 times a week, for 15 years, they become, they know what you like. You know what they like. You know when they need cheering up. They know when you need cheering up. Because as a personal trainer, you know yourself, you're not going to have the best days where you're going to be focusing on positive energy all the time. You're going to have days you're going to doubt yourself. But it's those people that bring you back in and home you. You know, bro, look where you've become. Like, I saw a picture of you on stage and like your legs are out there. You're ripped to the dice. And I'm like, I go, this guy has really got his shit together. And because I know.
And you know what it takes.
That's what
to get to that, because you've been shredded yourself.
Yeah. And to get,
the grit and the grind and
to get to that levels, because we sometimes don't want to train in the morning. I don't want to train sometimes.
Yeah. And it's coming to that season now.
Yes.
Where you open that door.
And you're like, it's
that
cold.
bit of cold hits you and you're like, oh, do you know what? I could just get back in bed and relax.
Do you know?
No, we don't.
I've got this saying, and I always say it to my friends, 99% discipline, I've only got 1% motivation.
Yes.
And that's the truth.
Because if you wait on motivation,
I have no motivation.
You'll be starting every Monday.
Yeah, I don't have motivation to train. And I have to sometimes. It's the only thing
people say to me, man, they say, how do you stay motivated to train?
It's not, it's discipline.
And I said, with me, I train off passion because I love training and I love doing what I do.
I love that.
It's passion that drives me. How have I got to this level where it's passion that drives me? Discipline.
Discipline, 100%.
That's how it started.
It is.
Turning up on the days I don't want to turn up.
Yeah, train the days. Eat the food you don't really fancy eating at the time. Yes, we all need cheat meals. We need fats in our body, or we need some carbohydrates. Yes, but we don't want that every day.
No.
You don't want to, you want to have a glass of wine now and then. That's fine. But you don't want that every day either. And it takes discipline to say, right, this is what I want to do. But if I do that, I can easily go that way. Yeah. So you just got to rein it in.
Especially when your mates, oh, come on, just have one. Just have one glass. Yeah. Oh, come on. You've been out for ages. You're always training. Come on, man. Just have one.
Yeah.
No, I don't want one.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what you get out of me having one. Like, me having one is not going to change the person I am. I'm still going to be exactly the same. So if I've one or none, it don't really matter. Yeah. And I'm not one to have one. If I don't really drink, but if I'm going to drink, I'm getting smashed, man. I'm getting drunk. But at a party.
And that's where I'm always saying you are who you hang out with. You hang around with guys who are getting smashed every weekend, that will eventually, it may not straight away, eventually start rubbing off on you. I have a glass of wine. Yeah. 1 glass, 2 glass, 3 glass, 4 glass, bash, party time. Yeah. But if you train somebody, no, I want to do this, I want to do this. Everyone's got goals and ambitions. But I think less than 50% fulfill them because the circle they with.
Yeah. And your environment changes. Like, I've been the DJ that was going out every single weekend, but I'm starting to work towards new goals. So, I'm still close with those people because I was close with them from day one. But there's people that I would go out with because they was a good energy to be around when we're getting drunk. Yes. But then if I'm not drinking, I wouldn't be going out with these people.
And they're on it. They're getting on it, and you know for yourself, you've got PT clients will rely on you from 5 o'clock the next morning, because I start at 5, so I'm here at 4:15, 4:30 in the morning before my prayers, or sometimes I do my prayers 3:30 in the morning. But you know, if you went out on the lash a night before and you got back in at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, and you have to be up for a 10-hour day and train yourself for 2 hours out of that day, you're not going to give yourself.
You're not getting 100%.
No.
Man, you're not getting 100%, Leon.
No. And then what happens?
I'm running on reserve here.
You're running on reserve. And then it has a domino effect.
It does.
That will lead to another. And before you know it, your society you're hanging around has had a turmoil effect on your daily life, your performances, the way you look, the way you feel about yourself. So I know I keep reflecting back on this, but you are who you hang out with.
Definitely, 100%. And it's good that you keep reflecting back on it, because it's so true and it's so easy to get lost up in all the bullshit. Man,
Yeah,
and
100%.
lose yourself. And
Yeah, I'll give you an example. When I was modeling, I used to model with really established brands, and I'm not bragging. It's just I was fortunate enough to do that. I was in a very niche market where Indian guys at my time, 20 years ago, weren't ripped with six packs. They were like tubby or bulky or whatever. And I was really lucky. I was getting gigs and photo shoots all the time. And I used to look at like these millionaires and who lived the life, and I used to think, oh, have a bit of that. But then when you get to know them, it wasn't really as great as
where it paid that to be.
Yeah. And then now my life is I'll just hang out with normal people, business-minded people, focusing on goals, and they so more content and happy. So what I'm trying to say is money doesn't always bring happiness. Ambition brings happiness and motivation. And so, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
bro, come on, bro.
Love that. Pure energy and vibes.
Yes, my brother.
If you could give one piece of advice to new coaches or PTs that are just setting out, what would that be?
Work on yourself before you can work on anyone else. Because if you feel good about yourself, that will really reflect on your work. But if you don't feel great about yourself, it's not you won't shine. You may know all the stuff through theory, learning your level 1, 2, 3 PT courses and boxercise courses or whatever courses you choose to go on, but you have to work within that.
And would you say it's also similar to saying you've got to love yourself before you can love anyone else?
110%. You can't make somebody feel good about themselves if you don't feel great about yourself either. So I think, for me, if I was to go to a personal trainer, they don't have to look like Adonis, ripped, but they need their shit together mentally, because you're going to them for their mindset. That's what you're paying them for, their knowledge and mindset. Great. They look the part. It's fantastic. And you inspired to that. But if they in a turmoil, that will reflect on you because you're inspiring to be like your personal trainer. So I always say, if you're going to start, stay motivated, stay disciplined, and just work on your own mental as well as physical. Because a lot of personal trainers think, no, I've got to get ripped, I've got to go like this, and they work and they neglect their mindset. But I think you need a balance of both. So mind and body, it has to be all in one to
I mean, there's 3 things that come into play, and these 3 things align and work with each other: mentally, physically, and emotionally. Bro, that is the trio of transformation.
That I 100%.
They all play a massive part in a transformation.
Yeah, I agree.
If one of them is out of line,
the pillars won't match.
They won't.
You need all the pillars for it to be a successful build to work, And when I say pillars, I mean the pillars of life, the pillars of family, the pillars of health. You can have everything and not have health, and your whole building will collapse. But you need a stable pillar for every aspect of your life.
I mean, it's not good just looking good on the outside and your inside looks like a bag of shit because your health is hit the pan. Yeah. That's no good.
Yeah. And I know some personal bodybuilders really good, look amazing, but they're jacked up with too much stuff. We all have to do something. It's lying if we don't, but they abuse it. They look amazing on the outside.
But inside, they're rotting.
And then I'm putting them in the ring for a boxing session. They're like 15 seconds in. I think, God, I have to give them mouth to mouth.
You give them a chair. Sit down 5 minutes.
Yeah. Because they just have neglected so much, and they've worked on the appearance and not worked on the inside. Yeah. When I mean inside, I mean the organs, your heart, your lungs, the way you look, the mind. I can't do it. Oh, we'll do it tomorrow. Take a shot in the ribs or something. Oh, no, because it's the pillars weren't there.
We want to be around as long as we can, right?
100%. I feel 45, I still feel like I'm in my 20s. I feel like blessed with.
Bro, look at people that you maybe went to school with that are your age.
And I'm thinking,
you look at them, you think,
what happened?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what happened? Whoa.
Yeah, and I'm like, mate, you used to be like the best in school, like football and running and
like what happened?
The hardest guy in the year or whatever they used to say at the time. Used to be like Adonis. What happened? Oh yeah, I started to drink. I went out, got
kids, got a wife now. Got no time.
Yeah, and like, mate, you only get one life.
Yeah,
make the most of it and don't blame your failures because of somebody else. So when I say that, I mean, don't say, oh, I'm married now. So what, you're married? Your wife's not putting a gun to your head saying you're not going to the gym or you're not going to eat that fish.
You chose this.
Yeah.
You chose this path.
Exactly. And we are, even myself, we have to take accountability for the situation we are. What we do today is what we've been doing for a few years to have that domino effect to build up today. Yeah. So me and you having this conversation here is building our next 6-7 months down the line, which may have a ripple effect later on. But when people say, oh, I stopped training because I got married, that's just a lame excuse. Or I'm too busy. I'll give you an example of busy. Yeah. I'm going to talk personal because I don't like talking about somebody else. I wake up at 3:30 every morning on the dot. I have to because I've got too much shit to do. Yeah. 3:30, 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm in this gym. I'm sitting at that corner and I'm meditating. That takes 20 minutes. Then I prep all my sessions. And you got to remember, I cater to all clients. So I've got clients coming at 5 in the morning before they go to London. I've got parents and like office workers who do work from home, my lunch times. Then I've got people who come back from the office at 5, 6 o'clock who want to hit the gym then. I cater to all three. So I have to be so disciplined and focused in that time. And I can easily say, well, I'm doing a 12-hour shift today. I ain't got time to train. I'm too busy to pray. I'm too busy to do this. No, I know it sounds bad. We need our rest. We need our sleep here, but prioritize things better. Prioritize right now. This is the time I'm going to sleep. This is the time I'm going to wake up. This is the time I'm eating. If I've got spare 2 hours, I'm going to go to the cinema or I'm going to watch a film or I'm going to go out with my friends to a restaurant or with my missus or whatever. But you need to prioritize your time because time is the most expensive thing we will ever own. Apart from our bodies, time is so precious. Boom, gone like that. And it's milliseconds. I only remember when we met when I was like 19. It feels like yesterday, 25 years on.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Bro, you've got a couple of kids now. You settled down, vice versa. And I'm thinking, but I only felt like yesterday when we was back in the gym, training and like talking about training. Where has life gone?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Time goes so quick.
It waits for no one. Time
doesn't wait for no man.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking to myself, use that time, but don't blame anybody else because you didn't get your shit together. You got your own accountability to answer for.
No, man. That's listen, absolutely bang on.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And people say to me, I'm too busy. Fuck off. About too busy. Let me tell you what busy is. And I still get it. Yeah, but you coach, so it's easy for you. No.
It's not easy.
It's not easier.
And
because I coach, yes. But when do I get my training in? Before. Get up earlier. I'll go to bed later.
Yeah. And sometimes you're tired training people because as great as this gym looks like, you're here 12-hour days. You don't want to be here longer, yeah. But it's the discipline what makes you stay longer for your cardio. Like every day, this is not everybody's routine they should do. This is just mine. I make sure I do half an hour cardio daily. I do half an hour HIIT daily and I do one body part a day. I train 6 days on, 1 day off. It's not because I love it, not because I've got motivation. It's just the discipline.
Routine.
I hate sometimes, I want to sometimes have a Burger King, but I think to myself, now I've got a photo shoot in a couple of weeks' time. I need to get my body fat down. I'm so anal with body fat. I've got composition machines, medical graded machines in this gym, which will tell you your visceral fats, your body fats, your water hydrations. I know you can get that from Amazon for £100, and this is not to show off. It's just to show you how much I've invested. My machine cost me over $8,000 because it tells you cellular, water, everything. So the reason why I'm telling you this, I weigh myself on a every 2-week basis, week to 2 weeks. If I'm doing shoots or shows, if I'm not, then it's once every month or so, because if you do it every day, I don't think it's accountable, because you need a couple of days, a week, 2 weeks to get into the routine. And like, I look at my body fat, my muscle composition all the time, and I know if I'm letting myself slip. So I pick up the bar a little bit, tidy my diet up. If I think, well, I'm running at 8%, sub 8% body fat, I'm happy with that. So I maintain what I'm doing. But I myself has spiked from 8% to 15% body fat in a matter of weeks because I've neglected it. So I'm always being accountable for myself. And if I can do it, and who works in a gym, and I get fed up with training sometimes, anyone else can do it. And I'm probably the least motivated person when it comes to training. It's just the discipline what keeps me going. Motivation, I'll be honest, I sometimes have 1%, no, not even 1% motivation. I'm like, training, do it. So because I've been doing it since I'm like 10, 30 odd years. You end up getting, it becomes a part of you, doesn't it?
It's your lifestyle, isn't it?
It's your lifestyle.
Like, if you don't do it, you feel completely,
you feel
odd and weird, like,
You think, what happened here? And I've not done something.
Like, when you go on holiday, does it feel like your routine's completely out the window?
No, I train on holiday.
No, but you still get your training, but I mean with...
I like to work and everything.
So where you've got time in your hands to relax and chill out, do you find it hard to sort of switch off?
I do.
Because you're always thinking of something. Your mind's always ticking.
Yeah.
Always ticking.
But I'll tell you one thing, it's good to go on holiday sometimes.
Yeah.
Reset,
definitely, yeah.
When I'm on holiday, I try to go twice a year. If I'm lucky, I'll try to get 3 holidays, but they're not expensive holidays, just like Lanzarote or Spain or Portugal or something, Dubai or wherever I go to. But it allows me to reset, walk away from the environment, refocus, regather my group of positive thoughts, and like think, right, I want to do this when I get back. I'm going to structure this. And the best ideas for the business have come when I've recharged and refocused. Because what happens, you start running on adrenaline 7 days a week, bro. I'm telling you, it kills sometimes. And like doing 60, 70 hours a week kills sometimes, because on top of that, you have to prep everyone's session. So because there's so many clients, it takes 2 hours on top of your normal day to plan out everybody's workout. And why 2 hours? Because someone's got a diet plan, someone's got a workout program. And by the time you do 10, 15 clients, they all need to be you can't train everyone the same, as you know. So everybody's got their own path, and you have to organize their diet plans. This is why I'm getting the app done, so it'll help me work more efficient for time, because doing it the way I'm doing it at the moment is taking too long, and I have to start prioritizing what I can offer, because there's so many hours in the day. But the best time, I think, is when you refocus, is when you're sometimes away from the environment, don't you feel?
Yeah, definitely. I find it hard to switch off, but yeah, I find it hard to switch off. I mean, I can't really switch off because I offer a 24/7 service. So mine's online coaching.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic what you do. I've seen what you do.
Like, my clients say to me, I'm not going to message you because you're going away. I'm like, no. Nothing changes. Everything still stays the same, whether it's birthday or Christmas, whatever the occasion is, nothing changes. You still get the same service throughout the whole year.
That's your discipline.
Throughout the whole year. Because that's what I offer. So that's what I'll provide.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
And training is a 7-day week, 24-hour thing that, you can't say, I'm going on holiday, I'm going to turn my phones off.
Imagine if I turned my phone off and then I end up checking in with a client now, like, I've completely fell off. I've ended up self-sabotaging. I've had a bad... mate, I'm going to feel like shit.
Yeah, and you're going to feel like
it's going to affect me, and I haven't been able to help you when I could have helped you
because you're a
if I'd have
coach.
took that
You're
message.
a lifestyle coach.
So my phone's on 24/7. My phone don't get turned
Same
off.
here. That's
obviously you message me at 3 a.m. You're not going to get a reply because I'm going to be asleep.
Yeah, exactly.
But
you get up,
as soon as I see that message, I'll pick that up.
And bang.
Okay, cool. What's happening? Yo.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's because as a personal trainer, people rely on us.
Yeah.
To help them.
Yeah. And 9 times out of 10 when they message you, they want to kind of know now, really.
Yeah. They don't say, oh, man, what do I do? I'm about to eat this. Should I eat this?
Yeah.
Or what shall I train today? They don't want to say, oh, that was about an hour ago I messaged you. It's too late now.
Yeah.
You have to be boom on it.
They want to know
on it,
now.
on it. And you're like me. I find it very hard to switch off.
I hate seeing that notification saying a message is unread. I hate it.
Yeah.
So I have to
be on it. Yeah.
get on it.
Yeah.
Clear that.
Yeah.
I don't want no messages unread. Clear that.
I'm with you.
Help that person straight away.
Boom, bang, done.
They know what they're doing. I'm happy. They're happy. Let's move on.
Yes. Yeah. And that's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
Because we love it. Yeah.
And there's not a lot of people that are like that, you know. I see someone post something on Instagram the other day and it was, guys, I'll get back to your responses about clients.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll get back to your responses soon. It is Sunday and I am busy with the family. Well, hang on a minute. You offer a 24/7 service.
Yeah.
So you need to strip that because you can't offer that.
Yeah, I agree.
With that message. You can't be saying that.
Contradicting yourself.
Yeah. Don't offer the service that you can't provide. Simple as that. Take it down.
Yeah.
Have a rest day on a Sunday where you spend it with your family. People understand.
Yes.
Just don't lie to these people, man. Don't offer something that you can't provide. Simple.
But because when people go to a personal trainer, they need that
personal one-to-one touch.
Experience, yeah. And if they say, well, it's 11 o'clock at night and you're messaging me, mate, I have clients who are abroad now.
Yeah.
Like, I say, man, and the time difference. I'll give you an example. I've got one client in Pakistan. Yeah. And the time difference is 8 hours. So I know he will message me when I get up to pray every other morning. He will 100% message me. Yeah. He calls me boss. I don't know why he calls me boss. Yeah. He goes, boss, I'm about to do this. Is that okay? Or boss, I've trained this. Boss, I've got the new program you sent. Brilliant. But if I was saying, bro, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm just getting up, or 4 o'clock in the morning to pray, don't disturb me. You're not the personal trainer anymore. Nah. You're just a gym.
Yeah, you are.
But even the gyms have upped the game. Now you've got 24/7 gyms.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking everybody in the sports industry have upped their game.
Yeah.
I remember when I was doing a sports science qualification for the personal training, I think there was 2 or 3 in the whole of that course doing it. You go to an hour PT academy, there'll be 100 doing it. And I know it's saturating, but there's so many people who need that help for training, that one-to-one training. But I'm not slagging any personal trainer off, but I sometimes feel the personal trainers are in it for the wrong reasons, for the socials, because it looks good, or they think it's a quick buck, an easy buck, and it's not. No, it's a hustle, and it's hard. You have to live, dream, breathe it. And if you're not into training, personal training as being a trainer isn't for you, because 99.9% of the time I'm in my tracksuit bottoms because I'm in the gym. And that 0.1% when I'm out, I was probably still in my tracksuit bottoms because I can't be bothered getting changed out of it. But what I'm trying to say...
I've seen you when you go, man. You got the swagger, man. I've seen you,
I like going,
But feels nice when you sort of dress up every now and again, doesn't it?
Yeah, go out and do stuff. But, like you're exactly going back to what you're saying, we have to live, breathe, and dream. And, when people say, oh, no, I can't, it's a Sunday, or you can't afford to do that for anyone.
No.
Especially for your clients, because they rely on you.
Yeah, massively. What does success look like to you now compared to when you first started?
Brilliant. Good, really good question. So it's completely changed. So when I first started, success was wealth and money. That's all it was to me. I wanted to be rich because I was in that modeling industry where everybody looks up to the rich people. And, having nothing at that time was quite hard because you wanted to go to nice restaurants, but you couldn't afford it. You wanted a nice car, you couldn't afford it. We've all been in that hustle, yeah. And now fast forward 15 years, we've gone, I've had Ferraris, Lambos, nice cars, nice things, nice restaurants, nice food, nice this. Now success is happiness. And that sounds really cheesy to be happy, because all those things I was quite unhappy for a long time. And I used to buy things and work longer because I was trying to fill a void, and I used to be compulsive buying. Give you an example. I bought a really nice, I used to have a black Lamborghini, a really nice one. I was brushing my teeth in the morning. I said, I'm going to buy a Lamborghini today. And I was lucky that I could be in that position. And that afternoon, 10 o'clock I think it was 10 o'clock in the morning or 11 o'clock in the morning, I bought the car and I never saw it. So I saw an Auto Trader. I rang the guy up. I said, I've seen your car. Yeah, we're in Sheffield or wherever he was. I can't remember where it is. You have to come. Do you want to come and look at it? Oh, I can't get there because I've got like things to do with work and everything. We're getting this car, loads of people viewing it. I tell you what, I put a deposit down and then I'll look at it and I'll buy it in the weekend. Or we can only hold the deposit for 24 hours. Okay. So I ended up buying the car without even seeing it, without test driving it. People go, you just spent 170 grand on a car you've never physically seen. But at that time, that was success to me. Now success is completely different. I wake up in the morning. I bless my health at 45. Like the amount of stupid drink I've done in my time when I was in depressed time, my organs are safe. You know, I'm in a good health. I'm really fit and healthy. I've got my mum with me. I've got a beautiful fiance with me, my dad with me. I've got a nice house. And now I feel I've got success. But when I was, 10, 20 years ago, success was so different. Now it's more because no one's going to remember by you the car they drove. Well, some people might, but they'll remember as what you were as a person or what you had around you as in people. No one really cares if you've got a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, but what they care is how Leon treated me and how he was to me. And that's success is to me other things rather than material, but material was the main source. Now think, okay, there's not really anything I want to have anymore. I would like to have my children. That would be successful to me. I like them in my life. That would be my personal success because I've struggled to have them. You know, but like I still will have ambitions of business to be a successful worldwide PT, not just a local Gravesend personal trainer, to be worldwide platform, to be established. But now is to be happy and content. Because another thing, when you're modeling, you get really self-critical. Oh, I need to do this. I need to do this. And I went through a stage then as well. Oh, I've got to get this done. I've got to do this. I've got to look like this. I've got to be like this. And then you're not happy either. Then you're not successful within your mind. So success, I think, is about the mind.
Yeah. And I love that. I love that you said, people remember you not for the materialistic things, but for how you was as a person.
Yes.
And I can relate to that. So I had to have one of my friends has got a tree surgeon company. Marco Boffa, his name is.
Yeah.
And I thought, let me put some work his way. I needed some trees. I think it's like 3 trees and some stumps ground down in my garden. So we could build my missus out a little kitchen where she does her baking from.
Nice.
For her business, really successful business. She does really well.
Good.
And I phoned him up. I said, yeah, I want you to come around and give me a quote and I want to get some stumps on that road. He was like, yeah, no problem. So he come around, had a look. He said, yeah, I'll come back tomorrow. He said, I need to go and grab this machine and I'll come back. And I said, you quote? He said, we'll sort it out tomorrow. That's all right. I was like, okay, all right, cool. So he's gone away. He's come back and he's done it. He's come back on his own and done it on his own. And he's finished. I mean, he was out there the whole day doing it, like grafting, really, really grafting hard. What would be like a 2-3 man job he done by himself and took him the whole day. He has got people that work for him, but he's come back and done it himself.
Yeah.
And he said, it's all done. I said, mate, it looks amazing. I said, how much I owe you? He went, you don't owe me nothing. When you used to have the bar in Gravesend, you used to look after me.
Respect.
You never used to charge me for no drinks, nothing. Even though I used to just drink Diet Cokes and Cokes all the time, because he weren't really a big drinker. He was like, I always remember you looked after me. I don't want nothing. That. He said, that's on me. I was like, whoa, that hit me, man.
That is,
I was like,
it makes me feel a bit
I was like,
emotional.
Are you sure?
That's really good.
He was like, Leon, I don't forget what you done for me. And yeah man.
But Leon, should I tell you something? We met each other after a couple of years in our little trip when we were going through a bad stuff. You've always been good to me. You've always given me respect. You've always spoken to me very nicely and you've always given me time And I remember that. I obviously I remember what you've done in your career, but I always remember Leon as the guy who I could go to when I needed him at that time. And to you, it might have not seemed like a big thing, but to me, it was a really big thing, because when you're down or you're empty inside and somebody's helping you or showing you some sort of kindness, it's a really beautiful thing to have. And I know this sounds cheesy.
No, it doesn't sound cheesy at all, because we both deal with our emotions differently, you know?
And, you know,
so
I can be quite sensitive in certain things, and I never forget whether that's good or bad. So somebody's done me wrong, I won't act on it. I'll just sort of keep it in the back of my mind. But if somebody's done me good, I'm forever grateful. And I always have remembered you, because I was saying to my fiance, I said, this guy's a top guy. I've got a lot of respect and a lot of time for this man. I go, when I needed someone and I needed somebody to talk to, this guy was always there. And I go, we may not see each other every day, but I know if I picked up the phone tomorrow to talk to you, you're there. And for me,
and like I said, if your number's not on my phone, not my friend, mate, you've always on my number. You've actually got my personal number. You got my personal number and you've got my work number.
Yeah, and you know what? It's a really good, and I don't want you to ever change, because everybody remember Leon for the nice person. There's people think they know Leon, think he's like this, think he's like that through the socials or whatever.
Through other people,
Through other people's opinion. But when you get to know Leon himself, mate, I don't think I know anybody who could say anything bad about you, because, and that's what you want to be remembered as. So I think you've done really well.
Love that, man.
Yeah.
Love that, man. Yeah, that means a lot, mate. Means a lot. Honestly, means a lot.
Yeah, your friend.
And for seeing you in those sort of tough times, you need a bro hug, man.
Yeah.
Gotta pick each other up through them times, you know?
Yeah.
Some people deal with emotions different. Like yes, I can be sensitive, but I kind of deal with my emotions different to how other people deal with. And it's all from the supportive network I've got behind me.
Yes.
If I didn't have that supportive network, maybe I wouldn't deal with my emotions how I deal with them.
Yeah, 100%. I'm 100%.
They play, like, for example, your mum. Like you said, you brought your mum up. Having your mum behind you.
Every step of the way. But even now,
would you have dealt with things the way you did back then if your mum wasn't there?
I'll be honest.
Do you think you'd be here today if your mum wasn't there?
That's what I was just about to say. I think I would have killed myself, because I had no support network. I had no one.
And support's massive.
When you're down,
you're
going through a storm, you cling on to support network. Nobody helped you.
And I'm so grateful for that support.
And like my support network is good, because I lost everything. I mean, I lost this business closed
And that's
down.
when you see the real people around you,
you think,
when you're at your low.
I thought they were my friends. I thought they cared.
That's when you separate from a lot of people as well.
After that, I've learned to let go of people, whether that be my own kids. I've had to let go, not out of choice, out of circumstance, whether that be my own friends I used to hang out with or people I used to know. I just thump. But that thump has made me very close to the people I'm with. And you know what? That support network is so important for everybody.
It is.
All sorts of aspects of life.
It is. And don't think you're the only one who goes for it. Everyone goes for it when it comes to that.
I think when we hit in our 40s, everybody has one story to tell, at least, of hardship.
You either turn a blind eye to it.
Yes.
Or you can deal with it.
Yeah.
But everyone goes through.
Yeah, and I think sometimes
everyone goes through low times, man.
Situations, it forces you to deal with it. And if you haven't got anyone great around you, like I am forever
purpose.
Grateful.
That's a big driver. Purpose.
100%. I am like forever grateful for pet talks me and you even had. I remember we were sitting in a field, talking in a field, and you was talking about training, and I was like, how can you train at like feeling like this? But you was on it, man. I'm running, I'm eating well, and I used to think, fuck the training. And I was so down. I remember, I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, of course. I could pick. Yeah, I know.
You could pick I could pick that up. And I was even writing letters for suicide.
Yeah.
When I die, I give this to my daughter. When I die, I give this to my son. Thinking, who can have what when I'm past. And now I look back at it, I can't believe that was me. But what the struggle, but the network of people I had around me has made me stronger and better. But I was put in that situation because of negative influence with the wrong people around me, the wrong people, like whether that be my ex-wife or my ex-girlfriend or whatever it was, put me in a situation and almost set me up for their own benefit. And you're thinking, whoa, they've got on with their life. They're living happily ever after. And I'm still crying about 10 years ago. And like I said, I'm not going to be that guy who cries after 10 years. Oh, they done this to me 10 years ago. Move on, get on with life, because it's not going to wait. And you're going to hit 50, 60, 70. And you're going to think, all I've done is 20 years, cry for my kids, and they still not come back. What have I done for myself? I've just cried my whole life. And that mindset needs to change for everyone. So this is like a message. If I had to say to anybody, once you work on yourself, life becomes quite nice and beautiful. But if you look at the things what bring you down, it can kill you. Literally, it can kill you. And like the support network around you is the key for success, I think. So whether you have a good personal trainer around you, or a mentor, or a life coach, or your mom, or your brother, or your best friend, and they help you compose and put your things together, I think you could do a lot, because the mind is the most powerful thing we will ever have.
It is, mate. It is.
Yeah.
Oh, man, do you know what? It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, mate.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to watch this one back myself.
Yeah. We've got a lot of good memories.
Yeah, man.
A lot of good memories.
Yeah, I'm so pleased that you've found someone now.
Thank you.
And you're settled.
Yes.
You work together. You're looking to extend your business together.
Yes.
Big things coming for you as well.
Yeah.
The marriage coming as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep shining. It's your time to shine.
You, my
and
friend.
do you know what?
You so much.
You deserve it, man.
Thank
you're a
you.
good guy.
I really appreciate
love,
that.
Big love, man.
Thank you so
big
much.
love. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yes, brother.